Oh, so I decided to do my group manual on anxiety, specifically targeting kids. I focused it more on fourth through sixth graders. I found in my internship this year that age group fits together the best. Once you hit like third grade, um, it's just like a different developmental place. Um, At my internship this year, we did an anxiety group, and we didn't really have a curriculum, so I decided that I wanted to like fill that and research it and figure out how to do it better. I think it's super important for kids to be educated on their anxieties and stress and just how to deal with stuff that happens to them, um, especially kids in poverty and in rough situations like that. They don't have always great models of how to deal with things, and it's more preventative than anything, because a lot of kids will take the trauma that they have and run with it and whatever. So yeah, it was really fun. I would be setting it up in a school, with a group of small kids, or a small group of kids. They're also small physically, but um, yeah, we did it at the school. We did it with like max of 6 kids, but that usually got a little bit crazy. It's more educational and skills based, less of a processing group, just because it's kind of hard for them to process things. And I noticed too, most of the kids that had like serious things going on, like their parent was in jail or their parents were getting divorced or something like that, they didn't want to talk about it, with the other kids. Like, the kids might know vaguely, but they didn't want to like discuss it at length. So I tried to make it as kid friendly as possible, obviously, and make it like simple and very straightforward and um, functional for them, so that it included videos, like short videos to help them visualize what we were talking about, worksheets that they could take with them to help remind them of what we had learned and how they could use it. We implemented weekly emails so that the parents could know, and hopefully reinforce what we talked about. So we would send home the videos and the like worksheets or any resources that we used, and we would encourage them to look over it as well and then talk about it with their kids when they got home and figure out ways to help them use that at home and not just at school. I found different games that could help like illustrate what we were talking about, um, as like beginning of the group icebreakers, um, a bunch of different mindfulness activities to start out each group so that they could have a chance to calm down and focus. Because a lot of the kids are like super stoked to come and see their friends and get out of class, and then they're like crazy. So starting it off every session with a routine as well, um, some sort of mindfulness thing to help teach them skills and also to help them wind down a little bit. I also looked into a lot of bibliotherapy, so I compiled a list of different books that I had used or looked up that were just applicable and good. Fourth through sixth grade, it's like kind of aging out of, I feel like, a bibliotherapy, like in that sense. But I tried it with a couple different groups and I got good feedback on it, so I threw it in there. Yeah, so overall, just help the kids figure out what they can do, different deep breathing exercises or resources that they have that they might have not thought of before. But yeah, that's my group. Thanks.